Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bible Zoo. I'm super excited to be learning more about the rooster with you guys today. And let's learn all about fascinating birds. What can you guys tell me about roosters and chickens?
Roosters are the boys, right? They're the ones who make the loud sound in the morning.
Yeah, and hens are the girls. They lay eggs.
That's right. Roosters are the male chickens and hens are the females who lay the eggs. Roosters can usually be differentiated, or you can tell them apart from the females because of this part right here. But I'm going to use a little bit of science vocabulary with you. Roosters can usually be differentiated by hens by their striking plumage of long flowing tails and shiny pointed feathers on their necks and backs, which are typically of brighter colors such as this red. However, in some breeds, such as the sea bright chicken, the rooster has only slightly pointed neck feathers, the same color as the hen, so it's a bit different to tell them apart.
My grandmother used to raise some hens in Egypt.
Yeah, that's really cool. And people have been raising chickens for over 7,000 years. Chickens were first domesticated in India and China. You might think of chickens as farm animals, but even people in cities can raise chickens as long as they have a couple space in their backyard because coops don't take up that much space.
Do hens lay eggs all year long? And by the way, do they make pets?
That's a really good question. A healthy chicken lays about 265 eggs a year. Some chickens are very tame and you can even pet them if they allow you to. Chickens eat, and besides, they eat almost anything. Grass, fruits, vegetables, so they'd be a very convenient pet to have. Can you guys make the sound of a rooster?
Sure.
And that's great. A rooster's crowing is loud and sometimes shrill, which kind of means irritating, and sends a territorial signal to other roosters saying like, hey, this is my territory. However, roosters may crow in response to sudden disturbances within their surroundings. Hens cluck loudly after laying an egg and also to call their chicks or their little babies.
If I wake up very early, sometimes I hear the rooster when I'm staying near a farm over the weekend.
That's really cool. And did you even know that a rooster is mentioned in the Bible? It's a very interesting story.
Tell us about it.
Okay, in the Bible, there's a story about a rooster and a disciple named Peter. Do you guys know who Peter is?
Yeah.
He's one of the 12 disciples of Jesus. One night, Jesus told Peter that he was going to deny him before the rooster crowed 3 times. And just as Peter said, before the rooster crowed in the morning, Peter denied Christ.
Did he deny him in front of the soldiers?
No, it wasn't even a soldier. It was just a female servant who knew that Jesus and Peter were friends. And he denied her, saying, I don't even know what you're talking about, when she asked him if she knew Jesus.
What about the other 2?
Another told him his accent is Galilean, which is where Jesus is from, so they put 2 and 2 together and figured out that Jesus and Peter were friends. But Peter denied it again and again and again. And he said, I don't know who Jesus is. And then he heard the rooster.
What did he do?
Peter felt very sorry for what he did, and he went outside and wept, and he repented before God, and he said he was sorry.
I bet you Peter will never forget about this event.
I for sure agree, Jolena. I'm sure that whenever he heard a rooster, he remembered what he did, and he kept it as a reminder for repentance and to turn back to what is right.
That's a powerful lesson from a rooster.
Absolutely. Roosters can teach us some important things, like the hen, who is caring and kind to her children. You know that even Jesus spoke about hens in the Bible?
Really? Jesus spoke about hens and chickens?
Yes, he was blaming people of Jerusalem that they did not know him and said, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who killed the prophets and killed those who are sent to you. How often I long to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you were not willing.
Wow, I did not know there is a verse about hens in the Bible.
And when you hear a rooster crowing, you should remember not to deny your beliefs just like Peter did.
That's exactly right. So next time you hear a rooster crow or see one, remember these valuable lessons that you've learned today and make sure to keep it in mind. They have a lot to teach us.
Thank you for telling us about roosters and their story in the Bible. I'm so happy I'm gonna cock-a-doodle-doo again.
Yeah, it's been fun learning about them.
Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I enjoyed learning more about roosters together, and I hope to see you all next episode. Bye!
Bye.